Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be little Miss Hayden's 3-month update. She has grown so much over the last month. So, starting with size. I honestly don't know how big or how much she weighs because we are not going back to the doctors until her 4 months, so we have about another month to go. But I mean, she's definitely put on weight. So I would say she's somewhere between probably like 13 to 15 pounds, probably, yeah, somewhere in between there. She's definitely grown, and I can definitely feel it when I pick her up. So she has put on weight, which is a good thing. Last time for her 2 months, she was just getting in 0 to 3 month because she was still kind of a newborn. Now she is filled out her 0 to 3 month. And she's also fitting into just 3 months. So we're still in 0 to 3 month. They're getting a little bit too small, and we're mostly just in 3 month now. But yeah, as you can see, she is filling this onesie out pretty well. And I think this one is actually a 3-month one. And so are the pants. Her little pants. So our little shorts, I should say. So yeah, so she is in 3-month clothing. I'm phasing out a 0 to 3 month. She's in size 1 diapers, so we're ready to make that switch into size 2 diapers coming up shortly, which is great because we've actually gone through all of our ones. We usually try, well, I mean, so far we've been lucky enough to not have to buy diapers just because of the baby shower. We got quite a bit of them. So usually if we are getting close to her sizing up, and we're short diapers, we'll go ahead and just size up anyways. It's okay if they're just a little bit big. Then that way we don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch more. We'll just use what we have. So yeah, so going into size 2 diapers soon. Let's talk about her likes. She is very, very, very alert, and she likes to look around. She's very interested in colors and patterns, and she's staring at the monitor right now. Very, very intrigued by a lot of things. The transition into 2 month, or from 2 month into 3 month, is, in my opinion, kind of a big one as far as her level of alertness. Before, she was starting to become alert, but now she's like incredibly alert. Like, she just notices things that she wouldn't have noticed within the last month. It's really, really cool to see. So she's very interested in like motions, colors, patterns, things that are shiny or bright, like just things that catch her eye. Like, she's very, very interested, and she'll look around, she'll follow things. Before, she was starting to kind of track the cats or the dogs, and now she's very, very interested in them, and she will follow, like, just watch them, watch what they're doing, which is really cool. So really, really cool to see. She loves playing on her little activity mat, which is, we have a little teepee, and it has like all of these little cool, I'll show you this one, these cool little things like that. You can see her looking at it right now. His little butt lights up. She loves these things. She's started to reach for them, as you can see right there, which is very cool. So she's very, very interested in her play mat and her playtime. She likes to talk. She's very talkative now. You'll hear her making all kinds of noises and sounds, which is very, very cool. She loves bath time. Anytime we put her down or anytime we put her in the bath, she loves it. She never wants to get out, and of course when she does get out, she's not a big fan, but bath time is always fun with her. She's always laughing and smiling. She loves the water. She likes to try and copy you, so we started sticking our tongue out at her or trying to make noises, and she tries to mock you, which is really cute. I know if I try doing it right now, she probably won't do it. Hayden, hey, hey, Hayden, Mama, hey. Okay, anyways, when you stick your tongue out at her, she tries to mock you or copy you. It's super cute, and she finds it hilarious, so she'll always just laugh. She loves laying on her changing mat or her changing pad and just kicking her feet. I don't know why she likes laying on her changing pad, but she does. And she also just loves being naked. She hates when we have to put clothes on her. So yeah, she's more happy as a free naked baby, but I like putting clothes on her. The other thing she loves is her rock and play. She still loves sleeping in it. I can't find anything that she likes more than it, and she just is really comfortable in it. So yeah, she does really good in it. So we still like the rock and play. We love walks. She likes going on walks and being in cars. Pretty much anything that moves, she's still a fan of. She does not like stopping while in the car though. Sometimes if we're stopped at a light, she will cry, but the second we start moving, she will, you know, calm down. The other thing she really likes is music, so we're constantly playing music for her. She seems to really like it, and we've been doing that ever since she was first born, so I think it might just be something she's really used to now. But yeah, so she loves her music. Another thing she really likes to do is she likes to take naps on me. So lately she's been falling asleep like on my shoulder, like over my shoulder, or on the boppy when it's like on my side. She'll fall asleep there, and she just likes being like next to me or like on a person. I don't know if it's like the body warmth or what, but her naps will be much longer if she's laying on you or next to you than if she is like in a swing or in her little napping thing. Some of her dislikes. She is not a big fan of tummy time, and she hasn't been for the longest. I feel like we're slowly making progress, but it's still not something she likes. Huh, Mama? You not a big fan of tummy time, huh, baby? Yeah, she's not her favorite at all. But we're working on it. She also does not like when I use the nose Frida. So that's a struggle at night because I use it every night because she's very boogery for some reason. She, like I said, does not like putting on clothes. She would prefer to be naked. And she also does not like being in one place for too long. She like gets bored. Like as you can see now, she's like already being really abusive. She's very fidgety, and I feel like she gets bored if she's in one place for too long. So we're constantly moving. She likes to walk around. She likes to walk around with you. She doesn't mind being in the Ergo Baby either sometimes. But yeah, she wants to constantly be moving or touching something different or just being in a different place. So that's been fun. She still does not like being flat on her back, which is also fun. So anytime you like lay her down on something flat, she usually wakes right up because that is not her favorite thing to do. But we're going to be transitioning out of the rock and play pretty soon here, so she's going to need to get used to it. I feel like she has a lot more likes than dislikes, but she's pretty fun baby. It's really fun watching her kind of show more of her personality now and really start gaining more control of like her arms and her legs. I feel like she's finally discovering, she obviously discovered her hands because she eats them all the time and she puts them in her mouth. But she's still in that process of discovering her feet. So some days she realizes that they're there and some days she doesn't. So that's been really fun. Seeing all these changes. There's so many changes with her and she's just growing so quickly. Yeah, so let's talk about sleep, like actual sleeping. Now at night, she gives us pretty decent stretches. I usually put her down. Her bedtime has kind of changed a little bit. Before I would put her down around 9. Now we started earlier, so now we're at 8. And she's usually for sure down, like good down by like 9:15. But we start the process at 8 o'clock now, whereas before we started at 9, and it seems to work better for her. She usually wakes me up twice at night, once at 2 a.m. and then once at 5 a.m. and then we're usually up by 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Yeah, that seems to be her pattern currently. Sometimes it's less and sometimes it's more. We have not had a straight through night yet. She's at least woken me up once, which for sure usually is 2 o'clock. That always seems to be her absolute wake up time. The 5 a.m. is yes and no. It kind of fluctuates, but lately it's been more yes. So about 2 and 5. She still gets her bottle with breast milk at night right before bedtime. Right now we're usually between 3 and 4 ounces. It just kind of depends on what her mood is. She's usually more closer to the 3 ounce, 3.5 ounce than 4. But sometimes she will take 4, it just depends. But other than that, she's like on the boob all day, or not all day I should say, but like, yeah, between 2 and 3 hours she's usually feeding. It just kind of depends. I'll kind of let her tell me. I try not to put her on like a actual feeding schedule, but we're pretty consistent with every 2 hours. Other than that, I mean, we pretty much, during the day, her routine is, you know, she'll wake up, I'll feed her, and then we'll play. So we'll be on her little, either her play mat or playing with toys, or I'll read her a book, and then she'll go down for a nap. So consistently, she has a nap every 2 to 2.5 hours, whether it be a 30-minute nap, an hour nap, whatever she's into. But I find that if I can get her down at least every 2 hours for a nap, she's usually not as terrible at night, because she does have a witching hour, and it's hours, not just an hour, but usually her most fussy hours are between 4 and 8. Although right now she's being a little fussy, but it's because we've been in the room for a while. So yeah, so if I can get her down consistently for naps all throughout the day, usually that time period is shorter. Being fussy, it usually varies, but she definitely has a witching hour. So that's pretty much her update for now. A 4-month update, we'll have a little bit more information because we'll have the doctor's appointment that we go to, so we'll have a little bit more of an accurate weight and length, all that stuff. But this is pretty much just like a short little 3-month update for her, just how she's been and how much she's changed. I feel like from the 2-month video to this video, I can tell that she has changed quite a bit. Oh man, and now I think she's ready for this to be done. Wow. Okay, so I am going to wrap it up. So thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry if I missed anything, but she is being a little cranky. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Say bye, baby.